Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Prepare yourselves for another best of three, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand side, we have Clouded Minds with a Malthael, Gazlowe, yes, a Gazlowe, Stukov Varian, and Tychus. Right-hand side of the map is going to be Psistorm Probes with a Muradin, Hanzo, Lucio, Dahaka, and Sylvanas. We have a Twitch prediction on Tychus is level 4. So he's going to be going into In the Rhythm at level 4, and we'll see how many stackies he gets by the end of the game. Get your predictions in. I did give you a 10-minute gamble, so you have a little bit more time to kind of see some of the stackage happen and some of the team fighting. But it looks like some people are already committed with their responses. I love it very much. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into it, chat. Map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. I appreciate everyone hanging out, lurking, chatting, all that good stuff. And as a reminder, Twitch does have extra gifted subs. If you gift a grouping of 5, Twitch will gift an extra sub. So 5 subs gifts 1, 10 subs gifts 2, etc., etc. And we still have discounts. So if you're feeling generous, we are pretty close to hitting our sub goal for the day. I know tomorrow's the subathon, but every little bit on every stream helps us out a ton. So thank you for considering, thanks for hanging out, and let's get into it. Tissue Regeneration, Dahaka. We also will be seeing our Muradin with the 3rd win, level 1. A Simple Geometry Hanzo. Quarterback Tychus. We'll have the shield, or the overpower for the Varian. Dahaka looks for a grab or a drag in top lane. Storm Sword a little low up against the Malthael. Probably has some essence to pop here, but this is getting a little sketchy. Malthael could be really aggressive and try and dive onto him. The Burrow is activated. The Shroud hit, but a well tap, and it looks like Kayn in top lane is doing a great job. Like what we're seeing so far, Terrasar is really just kind of waiting for an engagement to happen here. Until then, it's just Gucci slides and keeping those auto attacks raining in. Little grenade onto Muradin. As I mentioned, did go 3rd wind level 1. No block stacks for him. But also, I mean, keep in mind, Tychus' auto attack speed is quite high. Attacks per second is 4. So he'd basically shred through any block stack. So, a little PSA. Just don't take block up against a Tychus. There's not really a point. He just kind of ruins the stackage immediately with his auto attacks. As we go back over into top lane, Dahaka still dealing with the Malthael. Back full on HP. Apologies by that. I didn't realize the Gazlowe was getting ganked in bottom lane, and he does go down. So Tychus' level 4 is about to be picked up. Lurking arm down from the Stukov. Try and zone back the enemies here. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do too much of said zoning. Mid lane Malthael. Still up against the Dahaka. Still very healthy here. A drag lands. Lucio with the push-off. That's a good heckload of damage from Sylvanas. Malthael tries to soul rip and dive back through the enemies, but he just can't do it. And second blood, goes over to the side of Psistorm Probes. A good lead for them in this map number 1, Infernal Shrines, here in Division B, West. Right side camp being grabbed, left side camp ignored for the time being. Maybe Malthael goes and grabs this, mid lane Impaler camp grab. But the big thing to mention is going to be Objective Phase is up and available here in the bottom of the map. It's going to be an Arcane Punisher, arguably, or Frozen Punisher, arguably one of the best Punishers to push with. Gazlowe turret does expire. Was getting a little bit of vision in case someone steps in here, but I don't think they're too concerned as they're over halfway on the side of Clouded Minds. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, looks for the Stormbolt, doesn't land anything. Weighted push to throw him back onto 2 enemies. That's going to slow Red Rook and Ron just a little bit. Hey, we know Ron. He manages all our ads. Malthael left the top lane, just peeking really quickly. Full health Shaman, but that's not the case because the Lurking Arm almost takes down that Sylvanas. And Lucio amps things back up, trying to heal some health bars to full, but 30 of 40 skeletal defenders on the left-hand side. Muradin Dwarf tossing in, lands the Stormbolt, Thunderclap, drag from the Dahaka. Good damage onto this Gazlowe. He does get taken down, but Muradin will be traded in the engagement. Storm Sword trying to back away with the Essence activated as well. Maybe looking for a drag onto someone here, but there's too many skeletal defenders around to look for some CC, and that is going to be a 3rd kill on the right-hand side, but 7 talents here on both teams, and we will be seeing Clouded Minds picking up first objective. 15 stacks for our Tychus for those of you Twitch gamblers. And man, oh man, y'all went big on this gamble really quick. 31,000 to 9K. Some good odds if you feel like playing the gamble, chat. If you're not following the channel, why? Why? It's just, it's a button. Punisher is going to be able to finish things out. Or excuse me, the Punisher will be finished out here. The fort front gate does go down. 10 talent here coming through soon on the left-hand side. And right, really. It's a very close game still. About maybe a eighth of a level difference, maybe a quarter level difference. Dahaka and Malthael doing some back and forth double soak duties here from top to mid. No on a pale horse. What's up, Hostile? Good to see you, bud. How goes your day? How was the anniversary yesterday? I hope it was delicious. Varian charges in, but Lucio's got a sound wave onto Rob right there. Very surprising. Getting ready for a yard sale. I need to get rid of the pool table in my garage, man. I need to get rid of it before the winter. Hey, Hostile, you want to come get a pool table? It's bar size. It's only 6 feet. Haley would... Yeah, I know. It would fit in your... honestly, though, like... unironically, it would fit in your living room really, really well. Like, I'm not trying to sell you on a pool table, but it would fit in your living room really well. You've got the space for it, but I understand. I tease. I kid. Muffin Man is going to be taken down as well as Varian. It looks like they do know the Muffin Man. 10 talent here on the right-hand side. It is going to be Isolation High 5. Avatar for Muradin. Hanzo. Dragon Zero? No, maybe Dragon Strike? Is he considering it? Mind Control and Dragon Strike would be a nice combination together. You get that the pretzel overlap on the Mind Control target. Though the animation for it was a little difficult, but the cooldown is relatively low at, I think, 60 seconds. Well, it's going to be Wailing Arrow, which is 90, but it is Dragon Strike for the Hanzo. Right between the... Yeah, exactly. Like, I can picture it in your living room. But as I said, you know... if Haley ain't into it, then never mind. The last selling point, it is single slab. It is a single slab slate. Not a 3-piece and not wood. Text her. I might have to stream, see if you guys are interested. I'd rather go to a home that it gets, like... I'd rather go to a good place than, like, someone else's garage. Alright. Tychus with 20 stacks. We have Arcane Punisher coming up in the top lane. Sylvanas on the right-hand side will be grabbing this Bruiser camp. Malthael and friends will do the same on the left. We didn't talk about heroics on the left-hand side. Last Rites, Gravabomb 3000. We'll see Flailing Swipes for the Stukov, Warbringer for the Variant, so he can charge every 4 seconds, and that'll be Commandeer Odin for this Tychus. Alright, so our next Punisher, that Arcane Punisher's up and available. Dahaka's gonna try and take down the bottom lane fort. He should be able to do this with the minion wave available. Top lane, though, the fight does break out. Ron is able to back away. Malthael takes down Sylvanas in mid. It looks like a last right stack will be picked up for him. And that'll be the confirming damage. But speaking of confirmation, the fort in bottom lane does get taken down. Objective phase looking pretty good to Clouded Minds, as they have 15 and rising skeletal defenders. Scatter from Hanzo, poking out. Looking to get some vision. Rob discovered in the bush. Now, the gamble is still going, actually. Yeah, now that I realize it. Tychus with 21 stacks. He's a 10th of the way through the stackage for the Twitch gamble. I currently have over a 250,000 on Doubting. I love to see it. So here comes our Punisher. Left side. Second Punisher of the game. And I believe second one to also go over to the left-hand side. We'll take a look at 13s in a moment here as the siege continues. Malthael goes and soaks mid. Dahaka grabbing a camp for bottom. Top lane, fort front gate is annihilated by some annihilation and then line shots from this Terrasar Odin. Punisher expires. The minion wave is here. Another annihilation shot out from the Tychus. That's a huge Wailing Arrow into Scatter as well as the Dragon Strike. Muffin Man will be taken down. Gazlowe as well. Rob trying to get out of here. The Isolation Shy of Varian. Lucio, just as Tychus tries to dash away, Lucio goes with the push-off, and that right there is a quadra kill while Maltheo was managing things in bottom lane. 13 talent here on both sides, but it is gigantic for Psistorm probes here in map number 1 of our second best of 3 of the day. 21 stacks still for the Tychus. He didn't pick up any extra stackage in that disengage. Sometimes when you know you're gonna die, it's like, maybe I might as well try and... It's like Zool Jin. Like, you're like, I'm dead. I pop Toss Dingo, and I try and get some stackage. I mean, like... That's the best you can do in that situation. You're dead. You might as well. Granted, Toss Dingo, you know, heroic versus slapping your D. But with the 7 kill difference, we're going to be seeing a 1.25 level lead on the right-hand side for Psistorm probes, who have a dominant start in this series. I got to be honest, it is going to be difficult for Clouded Minds to come back into this. How do they come back into this? Maltheo is going to be having to do a lot of the macro, and the team is going to be looking to try and find a single target fight with this Varian. Charge, taunt, maybe a gravel bomb. Trying to get single target kills are probably the most opportune. Unfortunately, it seems like the enemy's a bit balled up, almost like a death sort of ball, and they will not be giving any of these opportunities. Maybe a rotation onto Dahaka, but even then, like, Dahaka's tissue regeneration, he's got decent sustainability now as well with that extra essence. He doesn't have any extra essence like gathering tools. He doesn't have Hero Stalker. He's got one who collects. He's also got Feeding Frenzy. But I still don't think you're able to get the Dahaka. He doesn't have Tunneling Claws. I will point that out at level 16. Went for the Elongated Tongue, which is 20% range increase on that bad boy. But, I mean, maybe, like, with the enemy team kind of showing in bottom, maybe finding a Dahaka gank is the most opportune way to close the experience gap. It's going to be difficult with all of his utility, as I mentioned. But, no. Clouded Minds, they're just kind of turtled up. They're going to wait for the waves to crash into them. Muradin with the heavy impact. Dwarf launches into the Varian there. Some scatters from Hanzo with the piercing arrow at level 16 do poke onto the enemy health bars, but poke is pretty much the clearest term I can use because those health bars are pretty much back to full, especially with the healing pathogen from Stukov going out right now. 16 talent here, about to be here. 10 seconds until the objective phase will be picked up or up for contest, and I think you just give this camp away. You have to know the enemies are on it. Give this camp away, clear it in lane, go for the objective. But it's 16 to 17, still a level and a quarter difference just about. Dahaka pushes up the wave a little bit more in top lane. He will be seen on this left-hand side. This is an opportune moment to try and take him down. Mortal Wound for the Varian as well is a great way to deny some of that Essence healing. The Essence healing is going to be activated after the Mortal Wound expires. Really good control from Storm Sword right there. I assume the Dahaka would have been picked off or just had reduced value from his trait, but a Stukov Lurking Arm does go down. Does have the level 13 reset if he gets those 8 ticks of damage. Isolation onto the Varian. Lucio coming through with a big push-off onto the enemies. Grabo Bomb pulls a few enemies in. The Lurking Arm down from Stukov as well. Explodium Charge trying to find some sort of CC. Some scatters onto Terrasar are pretty decent, as now the high fives from Lucio coming through. Lucio looking to help out some allies around with the amp up, but that's Dahaka going down. Oh my god, how did Terrasar live? No! Tychus gets slapped by one of the skeletal defenders for, oh my god, for 24 damage. 9 of it was overkill. Yikes. Oh, that's unfortunate. The Punisher will be picked up on the left-hand side. So even though it's 3 to 10 in kills, albeit one of those was a little bit of an oopsie-poopsie right there, it is still the 3rd Punisher in a row for the members of Clouded Minds as they look to push things in here. Gazlo heads to top. We'll take a stock of what that Wave and Fallen Shaman got earlier. Tychus up in 6 seconds. Not having Odin for the siege is unfortunate here. Odin's a big factor of the siege, as well as Gazlo, but Gazlo's got to go do solo lane things. Maltheo chilling with the team. And for those Twitch gamblers, it is 40 stacks currently for the Tychus. He only just needs 160 more dings. Only 160 more dings. He's got almost 4.5 seconds of minigun duration time. Almost. Stormbolt thrown back by the Muradin. Maltheo gets onto the point, forces the Hanzo to use the natural agility away. The taunt from the Varian does connect onto Redbrook, but Muradin's Dwarf Toss was triggered before that, so it does not look like he'll be pulled out of position. And a good invade onto that camp. Now, the members of Clouded Minds, they're still down in the series. They need to find a team fight before level 20 hits. And I have a gut feeling that Psistorm probes are not going to give that fight. Realistically, I think Psistorm probes, they just macro. Don't look for a team fight. Clear the waves that get close to them. And back away when the enemy does show. I really do think that's the opportune play for Psistorm probes. Clouded Minds, I think they need to play aggressive here. I think they need to look for camp invades. I think they need to set up like a bush party or something. Be Crazy, thank you for the redemptions. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you, bud. You know what Bandit really appreciates? Those extra gifted subs from Twitch. If you were to gift 5s... Okay, I'm done. But there are discounts on Twitch subs as well as extra subs gifted. If you are feeling generous, as I said, we do have subathon tomorrow, but if we can hit our October movie sub goal before that, it is very, very, very much appreciated. 20 talent here on the right-hand side. Deafening Blast for our Sylvanas. We'll be seeing Dahaka pick up the Essence Claws, if I remember correct. Yep. High 5 upgrade with Lucio with the Mixing Fire. We'll have the Dragon Awakens for Hanzo. So basically, everything but Sonic Arrow gives cooldown reduction for Hanzo Heroic, so long as it's hitting an enemy hero. Does have to hit a hero. And Muradin with the Rewind, pretty standard on that bad boy right there. Level to go for 20s on the left-hand side. Next Punisher will be Arcane in the bottom lane. Malthael picking up the side soak and top. Bottom lane Siege trying to weaken the keep front gate for the members of Psistorm probes. Anything for the bestest boy? Anything? Well, we are roughly 600... No. We're roughly 570 subs away from our hot tub stream, and Bandit would love for us to hit the hot tub stream. Just a casual 570 subs. That math is not right, actually. It's 670. That math is not right. But I still will take 570 subs if you just happen to have them lying around. I'm just saying. Alright, okay, alright. So, we got a quarter level to go for 20s here. Yeah. That's the second time I, in my head, was like, this is the right math, and then I doubted myself. You know, one day I'll learn to believe myself. One day. One day. But he can't be in there with me. True, but he does get spoiled either way. He would end up just getting a bag of food and some treats and some toys and some more treats and some more toys. As the 20 talent tier fight is going to happen on both sides right now. The isolation from Dahaka did not connect. That's going to be a Gravel Bomb from Gazlo, and it's Lucio, the first one to go down. No upgrade on the Gravel Bomb. It is going to be Bomb Toss for our Gazlo. We will also see No One Can Stop Death, Controlled Chaos for our Stukov, Glory to the Alliance for Varian, and the Odin Big Red Button upgrade. Very true, yes. Either way, Bandit wins. Gazlo grabs camp over here on the right side of our screen. They'll finish out the objective for bottom lane. And actually, there'll be a bottom lane Impaler camp as well. 4 to 10 in kills. Punisher with an Impaler camp and minion wave, and 5 members of Clouded Minds look to push in through bottom. As they easily take down the fort here. Odin wasn't even summoned for that portion of the siege. Gravel Bomb available. Lucy up in 4 seconds. Bomb Toss is going to start things out here. Sidewall taken down. Looking to maybe jump in with the Punisher. Malthael throws down the Shroud, but the Punisher pulled to a decent distance. So Odin, Impaler Camp, and even bigger minion wave, which just arrived, are going to be sieging into the keep in this bottom lane. Odin with some Annihilation, as well as some of those Ragnarok missiles and the Big Red Button, the Gravel Bomb. That's a last rites, confirming a Muradin kill. Lucio's back here. Dragon Strike from Hanzo gets decent damage onto a few enemies, but Stukov healing Pathogen is enough from the Muffin Man. Ron chased by Varian, and Stukov actually gets an activation, I believe, of his weighted pustule to get that kill. Might have just been the damage over time. Doesn't matter. Malthael goes down. Lucio traded. Malthael did buy back in. You can see him on the minimap with also no death timer. Rob trying to get out of here. The core shielding is annihilated. The objective is gone. That's going to be Dahaka able to get a burrow under the ground, but this is enough damage from Clouded Minds to turn things around in what looked like a really sketchy game for our blue side squad. Anybody got the math on this? If someone donates 100 subs, how many subs does Twitch give? I'm curious. Because it's every 5 subs is 1. 10, 20. I don't believe you. That's not bad. It's not that bad of a deal, honestly. One divided by 5 equals 20 divided by 10. That's some new math for me. 51 stacks for the Tychus. 51 stacks. So no, he did not hit. He wasn't even close to 199. He wasn't even close to 100. Well, I guess you could say he was halfway there. Possibly living on a prayer. Possibly. All right, let's get set up for another game, everybody. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division B West matchup. On the left-hand side, it's Clouded Minds leading the series with a Malthael, Gazlowe, Tychus, Anduin, and Varian, a very similar draft from the previous map outside of the Stukov. Right side of the map will be Psistorm Probes, looking to take us to a map number 3 in this series. We got a Brightwing, Stitches, Vala, Dahaka, and Thrall, and this is going to be Krita the Hunter Vala. She has a max stackage of 300. Will she be able to hit max stackage, or is this going to be... Well, I guess not max stackage, sorry. Is she going to hit 200 or more, 199 or less? Sorry. I was not paying close enough attention to that. My bad. So here we go. Little slam from Stitches, checking the bush. Thrall is going to be going into the Echoes of the Elements. Tissue Regeneration for Dahaka. We already mentioned the Vala level 1 Krita the Hunter. Stitches with the Patchwork Creation, as well as Brightwing Hypershift level 1. Left-hand side is going to be on a Pale Horse, so Malthael, when mounted, has got 150% movement speed, mount speed. He's going to get a Shroud Mark onto a few enemies. Wants to try and jump to the furthest target. Polymorph hooked. That's going to be a dead Malthael in bottom lane. A nice rotation early on, and that'll confirm a singular kill. Thrall already with 7 stacks, 10 stacks on the Vala. We didn't talk about the opposing side outside of On a Pale Horse. We've got that Rocket Boots, as well as the quarterback, Divine Star with the Power Word Shielding, and Varian with Overpower level 1. So when parry blocks an enemy hero, basic attack, heroic strike cooldown is refreshed, and the next one deals 40% more damage. Grenade to clear out the wave safely. Right side camp being grabbed by Thrall Brightwing. Left side camp being grabbed by Malthael. He's going to finish this out a little bit faster. Gazlowe, Dahaka, 1v1 in top lane. It does seem like Gazlowe is holding on to this just fine. He's not clearing as fast as Dahaka, but he seems to be holding his own up against Storm S-Word. Oh no, it's Storm's Word. Got it. Storm's Word. Multi-shots out from the Vala. Stitch is trying to find a hook, but no one caught out by that one. 12,000 on Vala not to stack, and 10 for her to do so. Well, some really good odds for the believers. So 1 to 1.2k. Our mid lane wave will be cleared away. We've got this bottom lane wave cleared out as well. Malthael just chilling by the fort front gate this time, not trying to get caught out. Multi-shots from Vala, trying to get the dismount and poke onto the structure in Malthael. First objective phase, 30 seconds of channel time needed. We'll be on the lower side of this map. Doesn't seem like the early kill has really yielded much more experience on the right-hand side. Just a chunk, but I think it's going to be Dahaka picking up mid and Gazlo pushing up top. So yeah, they do have some experience to grab between that double soak rotation that looks like it's popped off. Maltheo a little early to the camp, but that's okay. He's in position. He's going to start this out immediately. Right side camp still 8 seconds to go. And bottom lane fort front gate has been absolutely decimated. Nicely done right there. Gazlo heads back over to top lane. Still just working up against Swordstorm here. Tychus is in the rhythm, level 4. I mean, we already talked about that being the case. Chastise for the Anduin. Piercing Light, 17. Echo the Elements, stacks for Thrall. Brightwing is going to go into Peekaboo level 7. As I said, I've been seeing a lot of Brightwings take this Peekaboo level 7. I feel like it's to kind of make up for the Hypershift nerf that we had about a month ago. Which actually, when I was putting up the video for this PTR patch, the last live patch we got was like late August. So technically, we've had like 2 or 3 weeks since we've actually had PTR or live patch changes to heroes, which is kind of wild. Kinda wild. But as we saw in the Xbox showcase today, Xbox is, they've got StarCraft and StarCraft 2 on PC Game Pass now. So obviously, as chat said, HOTS is saved. A rotation coming in as the bottom lane siege is happening. That's going to be Vala immediately dove on you. They had to have known they were staying way too long on that one. Grenade from Tychus. Vala, who was already a little bit low, I think from a tower shot or two, was taken down. That's 1 stack of her Creed gone, so down to 20%. As the Chastise onto Thrall will connect. And he does go down as well. Oh, the singular... No, there's 3 believers, actually. Okay, so I thought there was, like, 1 believer. I was like, alright, it's 1k to 12k. Alright, we got a couple believers to worry here, but 10 talent tiers are almost here, so we do what we always do. Cycle through the numbers as Clouded Minds grab this first objective. They're going to look to pressure in through bottom lane. They still have their fort down here, albeit on probably like 100 and something HP. 392 HP. The fort front gate gets taken down easily. Side walls are still up. Could take this down just to get a little bit more room here. But actually not taking down the sidewall means Stitches doesn't have good angles because this is terrain that would bonk off of his hook right there. And Red Rook getting dropped low but will not be taken down. The objective phase in bottom still sieging in. A great hook onto Nullus. The Leap of Faith to pull back the Gazlo. As Vala autos will not be... Well, level 1 stacks will not be given free to Vala. Dahaka manages most of the top, starts to rotate into mid as Maltheo is taking down the fort front gate. 10 talent tiers here. We do have Light Bomb, Gravo Bomb. There's actually a taunt in bottom I saw go off, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to lock anyone down for a kill. Light Bomb for the Anduin, Gravo Bomb, Draken Laser Drill, and Last Rites. Thrall just above. He's got it. Sundering picked up here. Rain of Vengeance Gorge. That's a good Sundering. They're going to look at the Gazlo here. Draken Laser Drill gets summoned. There's a Gravo Bomb just as he goes down. Conflicted is able to get the phase shift. Dahaka brushstalks in, lands the drag immediately into Terrasar, who will be slam jammed and taken down by Vala, ma'am. Rob trying to get out of here, but that's going to be the Gorge finally activated. I was waiting to see who would actually get Gorged, and it's going to be Rob. This should be a triple kill over to the side of Psistorm, Probes, as Rob just runs into the fort saying, I'm probably dead, let's just speed up the situation. Bottom lane boss will be grabbed to the side of Psistorm, Probes. Gazlo was showing top, picking up some experience over here. We've got mid lane starting to crash in. Or excuse me, yeah, starting to crash in, but we also have the null pack camp that was grabbed, so they'll be able to clear that out. Tychus, Maltheo, and Anduin in bottom, clearing out the wave safely together. Varian will join back in with the allies. As this Dahaka manages top lane, Gazlo is rotated back into mid. Gonna try and push things up with the Reaver minions as the fort on the right-hand side of our screen. Safe route. Not through the mini wave or anything like that. But even then, like, bottom lane fort shows that Tychus and Anduin are down here. Maltheo's seen in bottom lane on the boss. Gazlowe was seen on the minion wave, so this is an easy boss grab that shouldn't even be contested or looked at by Gazlowe. And you even see that 180 immediately. The boss pings, and he's like, all right, I'm going to chill by the fort front gate on the left-hand side here. I do not want to get ganked, potentially, or hooked and gorged, because that is available as a combination, as well as the Isolation, Rain of Vengeance, and Brightwing with some Blink Heals, the Sundering for Thrall. Actually, all heroics are off a cooldown. A hook onto Gazlowe. Does he throw down the Gravel Bomb? Doesn't look like it. The Leap of Fate to pull him to safety. Malthael in bottom lane up against the Dahaka. There's the Draken Laser Drill. Sustained damage onto the boss is nice. Thrall, Vala poke at that. A hook onto Varian. He's going to be gorged. Slam from boss finishes out the Draken Laser Drill. Gravel Bomb after Stitches drops down the Varian. A big Rain of Vengeance from the Vala. The Light Bomb from the Anduin catches the heal of the Thrall. Conflicted so very low. The Blink Heal from the Brightwing is good. The hook will be able to trade the Gazlowe for the Thrall. Green for green. As Dahaka did brush talk into top, the top lane fort does go down. So yeah, he doesn't have any agility buff from the level 1 as he did go into tissue regeneration, but a hook, oh my god, Muffin Man able to squeeze right past that hook. And it looks like his muffin won't be baked. I don't know, I thought I had something on that one, I didn't apparently. All right, 35 seconds to go on channel time here. Everybody's just about back up. 13 to 14 in levels. The members of Clouded Minds leading the series in this best of 3. Behind in map number 2, as I mentioned, could be a 3-map series if things keep going this way. Never mind, Tychus comes through with a burst of damage and takes down the Brightwing, 53 stacks. Hey, Tychus has surpassed his stacks from last game in about half the time. Objective phase has been activated for the right side of the map. We currently have this Nullpack camp pushing in through the mid. 22 seconds left of channel time for the left side, 25 on the right. Hook goes out. That's a charge. Taunt. That's decent damage onto Stitches. The Light Bomb, the CC, the last rights. Red Rook gets the fade. No! No phase shift coming through. That's a stack, I believe, for the Malthael, who does get hit with an isolation and a tower shot right there. Anduin will be taken down by the Thrall. The channel still 3-some seconds to go. 3-point-some seconds to go. They're trying to just delay this, and they will be able to do so on the side of Clouded Minds, but what will they pay for with it? That's a Gazlowe Gravel Bomb going out. He's going to be taken down. Storm's Word will find Juggerab, who does the exact same thing we saw about 3 minutes ago. Dives onto the fort, dies instantaneously. Tychus backs away. No Finland. We actually have not had a single Finland yet today. Our 5th map of the day casting, and no Finlands yet. This objective phase, I don't think it's going to find much value. The death timers are relatively low, but I still, you know, with rotation into lane and stuff, well, actually, no. I mean, Malthael's in bottom, Tychus Anduin top-ish. No, I guess not. Yeah, I think this is just going to be the objective phase grabbed by the left side, and it's more or less a denier from Psistorm probes. So, with one more kill on the left-hand side, we would have a nice amount of kills between both teams. Structure-wise, things are still looking really good for Psistorm probes. I mean, the health of top lane for it's decent. Maybe they lose mid? No. Yeah, still pretty healthy here. Mid is low, down to about a third of its HP, but it's not taken down. 16 seconds on bottom boss, a minute on top boss. We could see a rotation for those. 15, level 16 for both sides on talent tier. Is this the turning moment for Clouded Minds, or will Psistorm probes continue to be an oppressive force in map number 2? I'm not sure. I do not know. The hook goes out, but no one to be found with that one. That was close right there. Very close moment. Malthael chasing Dahaka in top lane, though. Looks like that won't be continuing much longer. Well, slams from Stitches with that Pulverize for an extra slow as well. And Thrall clears out that wave. Malthael heads back towards top lane. The rest of the team going to bottom. Boss and top up in 5 seconds. Boss and bottom is up and available. Let's see what the vision looks like here for Conflicted and friends. Enemies were kind of floating around bottom. It's kind of safe to assume that they're maybe on boss, but not the case at all, actually. Stitch is going to go check the bush with a hook. We know that they're chilling over here. Dahaka, 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 charge, taunt, mortal wound, light bomb is able to get the burrow and the essence activation. A good attempt. Rob hooked back in. There's a gorge as well. Speed boost onto Stitches from the Brightwing. Isolation to the Anduin. He can't leap of faith his father. Rob does go down to the Auto Zavala as Thrall actually gets that kill. A drag into a hook, a leap of faith, a sort of bounce around from Terrasar. As another leap will come out as well. Thrall tries to get a root, and it doesn't work out. Mid lane fort did just get taken down. I do believe that was the structure demolishing noise you heard in the background. And it's 5 to 10 in kills. Bottom lane boss will be started on the right-hand side. Alrighty. Waves are looking good. Bottom lane boss will be cleared away in a moment here. Laser, all that good stuff. How's the keep front gate? Okay, it's mostly there. They are going to double boss in the end, though. This is going to be double boss at the end. 4 bosses have been taken in 15 minutes of this map. That's actually kind of wild if you think about it. Talents here on the right-hand side. I don't know how Clouded Minds are going to come back into this one. It just feels like there's no way that they're able to step in and find a fight. For our Twitch believers, Vala's currently at 63 stacks. Uh-oh, wait, hold on. Something set up over here on the left-hand side. Charge. Light Bomb. Sundering from Thrall, but meanwhile, Storm Sword on the Stahaka trying to back away. Malthael's the one to get picked off first. He doesn't have level 20, so no buyback. Draken Laser Drill. Summoned by Tychus. No focusing Dioids. Gravel Bomb from Gazlowe finds 2. Anduin is maybe saved because of that root. Rob so very low. The Divine Star comes out. Varian charges in the Mortal Wound. On to Dahaka, who burrows for a second. Some of that healing denied, but it is still going to be a double kill or a 2-for-1 favoring the right side as the hook goes out, but no one to be caught by that from Stitches. Top lane boss, below 50% HP, a decent wave behind it. It's going to start working on this keep. Mid lane fort will go down to the minion wave, and Stitches to Haka start the channel. Wild. It's a wild game number 2, chat. It's a definitely interesting one here. Null pack in mid is going to be crashing onto the keep front gate. That'll be managed quickly. 25 seconds to go on objective channel time for Stitches and the rest. Malthael and Clouded Minds, they're just looking for 20 off these waves. They should get it off a top lane wave here. Now, do they go to try and contest over this, or do they look for just the defense? It looks like they're setting up for defense. They'll maybe grab Null pack from mid. Censure, focusing Dioids. We'll see the bomb toss as well as No One Can Stop Death and Glory to the Alliance. This is a map where objectives do despawn camps. So Gazlowe, I think, was trying to throw the Explodium Charge, maybe get a tag on that camp just before the objective, but it doesn't look like that will activate in time. And a push that could take us to map number 3 for Psistorm probes. Can they do it? Top lane keep low. Bottom lane keep, I believe, is exposed. Mid lane is a decent wave here, but that's being cleared easily by Gazlowe with his zoning potential of the bomb toss, as well as Tychus rapid auto attacks. 95 stacks for our Tychus currently. Thrall trying to poke in a little bit. Does have the Thunderstorm level 16. 1 stack on that one. Just poking onto the wave in the keep front gate. Top lane keep should be lost. Top lane keep is lost, mid lane keep is lost as well. A good win condition set up here for the side of Psistorm Probes as Malthael saves bottom keep. Around 50% HP. Objective phase, which is full in top lane, is going to be stepping up to Vandar Stormpike, and it does seem like Clouded Minds, they just want to fight right now. Varian charges in, taunts, Mortal Wound, that's decent damage onto Dahaka, who does get the burrow into the ground. The essence activated as well. Tychus Grenade comes in. Ron, the Brightwing, able to blink away, and Dahaka does go down. Objective is about to win the game. No, Varian and friends will be able to clear that away. No, they're committing to this. They're committing 3,908. Oh, no, 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 no. 2,000, 2,001. No way. 2,100 as Vandar Stormpike makes it back to the center of the arena. And that right there is our first of the day. Wow, I thought they could actually end that right there, and I think obviously they did too. That is a series of unfortunate events for the side of Psistorm Probes. Now this shouldn't be game ending. There's no minion wave. The keeps are still, like, there's still 3 keeps. I think maybe you can get mid lane keep and then you have to back away. I don't think you can really end off of this. Banner down from Varian. Mid lane no pack camp is grabbed. Dahaka's respawned. Immediately Varian just eating some of these tower shots. No pack comes in. Now keep in mind the no pack does reduce the armor of structures. So you're actually going to see that minus 20 armor right there. So that's going to make a rapid reduction of that keep health bar. And another objective phase is here. 20 minutes into Alterac Pass. Vala with 89 stacks. I believe she's died twice so far. So she's down to 50% Gambit. Gazlow on bottom, just pushing out the wave a little bit, making sure those Reavers are taken care of. He does show. So that is, there's some pings to go in. Malthael and friends are going to dive onto Dahaka immediately. And I honestly didn't even see his body die. He just disappeared. How much damage did Dahaka just take right there? And how quickly? Wow. That's a lot of damage. 2.5k damage just about. Varian gets hooked. There's the speed boost, but there's no keep in mid to really pull him to, so Varian can just back away. He's got Warbringer, so he can actually dive to an ally if he really wants, and Rob seems to be absolutely fine. The objective phase will not be stalled out by the jailers there. Almost did, but Tychus overkill splash will be enough to delay them out from channeling. Is this a game-winning moment for the side of Clouded Minds? Have they held on strong? I mean, it's 12-12 in kills, 22-22 in levels, just about level 23 on both sides. Massive minion wave is crashing into top lane right now. And that's the only thing really to be concerned about. These Reaver minions do have 50 armor. So there's a Vandar defending right there. He's going to clear out the wave. And I think even, like, the objective phase is going to spawn here anyways, too, so it's no big deal. And you can even see the members. Clouded Minds are setting up for a bottom lane siege. They are looking to take this series. And I gotta say, oh no, Gazlow getting hooked at max range. Gorge. It is a Master Hooker. Rain of Vengeance. Gazlow's Giga dead. Terra dead. Penta dead. Draken Laser Drill summoned. It's immediately cleared away before it gets much value. Actually, no, it's still going right now with a sliver of HP, and that Focusing Dioids is helping out. Dahaka's the one to go down. I can't believe it. Draken Laser Drill currently has 60 HP, and it's like the MVP of this fight right now. Bro, what? That is insane to me. Bottom lane keep goes down. Gazlow and Dahaka have been traded. Is this a call to end? Is this a call to end? Varian hooked, but the sidewall saves him. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Not taking down these sidewalls is actually nice up against the stitches. Top lane fort will go down, and it looks like we're seeing a setup for a boss bottom lane. Oh, I'm out of tea. I need a cup of green tea after this, I think. Or we just say heck it and grab a beer. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, bottom lane boss is gonna be started here. Gazlowe rejoins the allies. And I do believe this is looking like bottom lane boss to push towards a win. So that's gonna ping in bottom. Is this instant hearth? I feel like you want to insta hearth here. You already see the enemy minion on the minion wave here. You give this up. You insta hearth. I don't like this commitment. I don't like this commitment. I don't like it. I mean, they're gonna get back as the enemy team arrives here, but I don't know. I just that sketches me out a little bit. Hook onto Malthael. He's gorged immediately. I mean, you can't take him in. You can't take him in there. Rain of Vengeance. Malthael tries to live. He's gonna soul rip a little bit here and there. But here's the thing: everyone's so committed to killing Malthael that no one's here dealing with the boss that's currently pushing onto the core, and that is going to be the members of Clouded Minds take map number 2 in this best of 3 series. GG, well played. A 2-0 to the minds that are clouded. Thank you, Ashmantle. Yeah, I was gonna wait for the series to finish up before doing that. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate it. You know what else is appreciated? Twitch subs! 110 stacks for Avala. She had 199 or less. Doubters get paid. Not a lot, but you get paid. All right. We still have another game of ready to go. Still have another best of 3 scheduled. So, let's get everything set up for that.